On May 10th, 2022, Apple announced the discontinuation of the iPod Touch, explaining that there's better alternatives now, like the Apple Watch, the iPad, and even the iPhone. Being able to have over 90 million songs in your home, in your pocket, or even on your wrist, making it abundantly clear that the iPod Touch is no longer needed, with it being out of production now and having stocks while they last. This is upsetting because even though we knew the iPod would die eventually, we didn't know when. It's also upsetting because the iPod was so impactful in the music industry. It all started with the original iPod from 2001, then the iPod mini with a click wheel, then the iPod 4th gen and the iPod Photo and the 4th gen with a colored screen, which is totally not the exact same thing. Then came the iPod Shuffle, the iPod Nano, and iPod Video in 2005. We also got the first iPhone in 2005. What? That's the first iPhone? Joking aside, in 2007 we got the actual first iPhone, along with the iPod Touch later on and the iPod Classic. After that they made more iPod Nanos, more Shuffles, more Touches, but not any Classics though. And due to its inactivity, the iPod Classic was discontinued in 2014. Then came the iPod Nano and Shuffle in 2017, and now the iPod Touch in 2022. And there were two sides of the spectrum when it came to what people thought about its discontinuation. It was either, oh, I'm so sad that the iPod is gone, or who the fuck buys an iPod? The reason why it's so upsetting for people is because for a lot of millennials and Gen Z, the iPod was their first Apple device. Me though? No. I was literally born when these came out. You think I grew up with iPods? Although I didn't know of their existence. My brother got an iPod Touch for his 11th birthday. And I remember in 2013 I used to see the iPod Shuffle and iPod Nano back in the Apple stores. I remember the iPod Shuffle always interested me with its design, considering how small it is. And I always loved the iPod Nano 7th gen design, because it just looks like a miniature iPhone. Years later, in 2021, I started collecting Apple products, with my first two iPods being a Nano 4th gen and a Touch 2nd gen. And then it continued from there, with these three being my main iPods for different reasons. Now, just because the iPod is dead, doesn't mean the community is dead. The iPod community is massive, with modding and selling iPods, along with just giving advice to people who want to buy an iPod in 2022. Just be sure not to say a dang pods joke, because it's not funny. Anyway, that's it for the video. Rest in peace the iPod, and fuck you Apple, I want an 8 gen.